There's a billionaire out there named Chamath Palihapitiya. He had some involvement with Facebook, and I think he used to be a part owner or maybe full owner of the Golden State Warriors. He's a tech dipshit. And he went on a podcast yesterday and just spilled the beans. And in spilling the beans, I think he's trying to shit on the Democratic Party. It's so great. It's just chef's kiss of jackassery here. He's trying to shit on the Democratic Party, saying that, look, I'm a mega donor, like dinner with the Obamas mega donor. I've given all this money, just piles of money, and I can't even get access to the White House for it. The Democrats, they won't do a pay-to-play deal. And he's saying this like it's a negative thing. However, I gave a bunch of money to Trump, and now I'm on the phone with them all the time. All I got to do is say this, and I'm on the phone with some bigwig. And he thinks this is a positive attribution of the Republican Party, that all you got to be is rich, and you have access to the President of the United States and the Oval Office itself. And if you're dealing with the Democratic Party, you're just like any other citizen who just wanted to help the movement. I'm not a mega donor. I mean, I don't have access to this White House or the last White House. But this isn't a negative thing. Anyway, watch this on this right-wing dipshit podcast, comedy podcast. Yeah. And we'll talk about some of the things he says on the other side.
This is one thing I'll tell you about the Trump administration, which is totally different. Okay. I was a lifelong Democrat. Okay. I was a mega donor to the Democrats. Like dinner with Obama level donor. Okay. I couldn't get a fucking phone call returned from the White House to save my life. The only thing that happened to me was I made an off-color comment about like something in China, and I had the Biden administration like basically say something, like essentially put out a press release basically saying I was like, mean. That's all I got for millions of dollars. That, you know what I mean? Like,
for being honest.
I mean, I was like, hey man, there's like a lot of problems in America. Like, talk to me about the fentanyl crisis before we talk about everything else. Anyways, the Trump administration is totally different. There's not a single person there you can't get on the phone and talk to. I'll give you an example of this. A friend of mine's company was really impacted with these tariffs in a bad way, okay? This is like a really amazing, legitimate American business, 150-year-old business, family-owned, all this stuff. And I was able to call the deputy chief of staff, and I said, hey, can you talk to the CEO? And just so here on the ground, he's like instantly putting me on the phone. My wife runs a pharmaceutical business, and, we wanted to make sure that the administration understood like all the implications for rare diseases and orphan drugs. What happens if these tariffs like cripple the R&D budgets? Because there's 30 million Americans with rare diseases. Rare diseases means it's not like diabetes or cancer. Yeah. It's like 200,000 people or less. But there's 30 million of these Americans. 2/3 are kids. And the only companies that work on such small markets are these small biotech companies. And the tariffs create a lot of uncertainty. We were able to talk to all of them. They were like, explain the issue. I want to understand it. So this is what's also totally different, which I really give them a lot of respect. They are willing to debate it with you. You can pick up the phone and talk to these people. I've never had that experience, guys. I mean, look, I was like a senior person at Facebook, could never get a meeting. I only met Obama once when he came to the thing. Then when I was running an investment fund, successful, I had dinner with Obama, but it was, under the purposes of should I donate to the foundation? I've donated millions of dollars to Democrats. I've never been to the Oval.
That is salty.
Okay? But the minute it's like here, it's like, hey, come to the White House, explain these issues now. You get on a plane, you get over there, and they're like, explain it. And then they'll debate it. That's like, it's totally different.
Sorry, devil's advocate, should being a mega donor, I mean, I guess I get your point of view, but couldn't it also just be like, no, we're not going to be biased just because a person donated money. We're not going to just answer the phone whenever he calls.
You think I was like, stupid 5 years ago and all of a sudden tried to like start to build national champions like now? Yeah. Dude, man, I've been in the grind for fucking 25 years here, paying my taxes. I fucking paid, more than most people.
Yeah. So irrespective of the donation,
I've been trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to favor myself. It's like, even just to explain, like, here's what's happening on the ground. Do you want to know?
This dipshit thinks he should have more access because he's given more money. That's the bottom line. And any pushback, dude, I didn't start building champions. What are you fucking talking about, you Canadian-born goon? You are not in any way possessing more merit than anyone else, more brilliance, more intellect, more importance to your opinion than a regular American who is being impacted by the tariffs. You may own businesses. My wife runs a pharmaceutical company. Big fucking deal. It doesn't make you more important or give you access that make you more worthy of access to the Oval Office of the White House, where the president works on a daily basis. This is arrogance, unearned arrogance, purchased arrogance, apparently. Thankfully, the one guy, you could tell he was wearing it on his face. You're just talking about buying access, bragging about how the Republicans are willing to give you it, and Democrats weren't. For me, this is only a good tale, only a good story about leaders in the Democratic Party, if not a little surprised. Because money is a talker in a capitalist world. And if they're saying, also, let me say this. When he does the thing where I was a lifelong Democrat and I said something about China, and then the Biden administration basically did this. Essentially, they did this. Those wiggle words you really need to focus in on. They basically, essentially, just say what they did. You don't have to give qualifiers like basically or essentially, because you're exaggerating what took place. Oh, I was mean. Ugh. These fucking people, they grew up, they felt bad because they were nerds, they got into tech, and now they feel imbued with power because they have money. Chamath Palihapitiya. Very gross. Just another Elon Musk type. What do you think? Comment below. Make sure you're subscribed. Call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, as always, daily at dollemore.com. I want to hear from you. Please consider supporting this work. One way you can do it, go to dollemore.com. You can pick up a t-shirt, a mug, got all kinds of products and designs. You can also link to Brittany Page's channel, which you should subscribe to. And if you listen to podcasts, you should check out our podcast that we co-host together, I Doubt It Podcast. Anyway, that's dollemore.com. You can also become a channel member for $2 a month. Really, I'm going to be a billionaire very soon with $2 a month from the few people who are channel members, who I love. You guys are great. You can also go over to patreon.com/I Doubt It Podcast. All those are great ways to help support this work, help spread the truth, and reach the millions of people that we do on a monthly basis. Anyway, have a great weekend. I appreciate you very much. Looking forward to hearing from you. Be genuine. Take care of one another.